So slow. Okay. So why can I see myself? Oh, here, there I am. Okay, so welcome everybody to Mariel Talks Pop. My name is Mariel Basori, and I'm here with the amazing, the fantastic Stacey Harper from Nobody's Angel. Welcome, girl.
Hi, thank you for having me.
What is going on?
Are you okay? Is it working? Can you hear
Oh,
me?
you're so to having to now my no, I hear you fine. I hear you fine. I think my internet is a little slow.
Okay.
Hope it works again. Okay. Yeah, so how are you, Stacy? It's so good to have you here.
I'm good. I'm living life. I live in North Carolina now. I've been here for almost 15 years. I've been married for almost 17 years, and I have a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 21-year-old, three girls.
Wow. Three
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah. And I still have all my
That's
hair.
so
I haven't ripped my
awesome.
hair out yet.
But I mean, Stacy, you look great. I mean, I can't believe it's
Oh, thank
been
you.
like over 24 years since the release of Nobody's Angel. Can you believe it?
God, that seems like a whole person ago. Like, I can't believe that it's been that long and it still generates with people. Like, that's the amazing part. No, I've looked
Yes.
over a couple of years on Spiderfly, and our song still is like in our album is still like in rotation, which is amazing. So it's wow, it was a blessing to be an angel.
Yes, and there was about to happen a reunion when the pandemic just hit us. Because
Yep.
I remember I saw a video of the four of you, the original members, doing
Hmm.
a choreography to "If You Want to Dance," but then the pandemic hit us, and is it on hold or what's going on there?
We had tried to put something together, and then the pandemic hit, and the four of us are so spread out. I'm in North Carolina, Allie is in California, Sarah's in Canada, and Amy Sue's in Florida. And me, Amy Sue, and Sarah have kids. So trying to work out that schedule and put something together, we almost had something together for May or April of 2024, but didn't pan out. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure. I'm always game. I mean, I love the songs. I love performing. So I will never say never, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's hope. Fingers crossed for that
Fingers
reunion to
crossed.
happen soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would be great if it could, but we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry if there's a little delay, guys. My internet is a little slow today. Don't know why. Every time that you want to do something, something happens. So
Of course.
I don't
Of
know why.
course.
It's Murphy's law.
My dog has been asleep all day and now he's like active and
Yeah, but
running
well,
around.
let's. Oh, okay. Well, I want to ask you, Stacey, how is it that you began with Nobody's Angel?
Um,
How did you
I was
get the chance to audition?
I was working as a dancer in LA at the time, and the manager of Nobody's Angel was a friend of a choreographer that I worked a lot with, and
Okay.
let them know they were looking for a fourth member. Did she know of anybody? And she came to me and said, "Hey, this guy is looking for a fourth member of a band. I don't know how legit it is, what it's supposed to be, but I gave him your information." And so I went and met and sang an audition, and boom, it just like really happened like that. I knew Sarah. We had done some
Mm-hmm.
projects together dance wise. So I knew of
Mm-hmm.
her, but I've never met Allie before, never met Amy Sue. And we kind of met one day and just sat around talking and acting stupid. And it's just like we just all clicked. And that's how I got into the band. You know what? And I don't even
Oh,
know
that's
how Amy Sue
great.
and Allie, I don't even know how they connected with it, but that's how I got into Nobody's Angel.
Oh, and yeah, I'm sorry, I missed that last part. Uh,
Oh, I said, and I'm not sure. I don't even know to this day how Allie and Amy Sue connected with Nobody's Angel, but that's how I got connected with Nobody's Angel.
oh, oh, that's so cool. That's so
Hmm.
fun. And how old were you?
I was, oh my God, I'm not going to lie. They made me lie about my age because I was a little older. So I'm not sure how old I was during that time. I was anywhere from 19 to 23.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, you still look great, so don't worry, Stacy.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, the first time you guys got together, did you get along instantly, like well, or?
We did. We were all pretty goofy and
Mm-hmm.
excited about the opportunity. And it was something that for me, I had never done before, never even thought that something like that would come into my life. That was not on my plan for my life. I had planned since I was a little girl to be a dancer and had gone to LA to be a dancer, and that was my only focus. So we did. We got along great when we first got together. We really did. When we were four young girls having a ball and living out a dream none of us really saw come our way. So it was a great bonding experience for all four of us.
Oh, that's so cool. But you tell me that you were a dancer. Did you like to sing as well? Did you know you had the talent?
Yes, I enjoyed singing, but it was never anything that like I wanted to pursue, that, oh, I'm going to be, the next Janet Jackson or anything like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I, Something that, hey, sang at church at home, did a few things back in my hometown. But my focus when I got into LA was purely on dance.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, you guys were great dancers too, so that's why I don't know why they chose "If You Want to Dance" as the first single.
I know, and we didn't have much of a choice when it came to the first single because we were all so new to the game. And
Mm-hmm.
we just had to go with what the record company chose. And
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, I liked If You Want to Dance. It wasn't my favorite song on the album, but okay. But it went with the Disney synergy and the Disney look that they really wanted for
Mm-hmm.
us. So I can
Mm-hmm.
understand from a marketing point of view why that song was picked as our debut.
Well, yeah, sometimes they have to pick something that is very friendly for kids too, because you guys were really young. So yeah, I
Yep.
get it.
Yeah, it was
But
totally kid friendly.
and what? How was the recording of the album?
The recording of the album was fun. We actually recorded in the same studio that Michael Jackson recorded his albums.
Oh wow.
So the history of that was like really cool. Um, we, we racked up a charge from the sushi place around the corner. We would always order sushi while we were in the studio. And I remember I had a puppy then. Her name was Missy, and she would lay
Mm-hmm.
up on the soundboard while I was in the recording booth so she wouldn't get upset so she could see me. And Missy would be
Oh.
running up and down the studio and
Uh-huh.
the studio hallways. So recording was fun because, when you record, especially when you have a group, and so songs are divided up in so many parts that you could come in at 8 and record a section, and then they won't need you again until 7 at night. Or it's in the middle of
Mm-hmm.
the night. Hey, come do this section and then step in. So it's so chaotic. We basically lived at the studio, but it was so much fun. And it was a learning curve because I had never done anything like that, been in a recording studio. I had my only experience with being in a recording studio was when I was working as a dancer with Prince, and we got to go into the recording studio and listen to him record a song. So now it was like oh my God, I'm recording my own songs. This is crazy. So it was a lot of fun. It was
Mm-hmm.
a big learning curve, but a lot of fun.
I think that's so cool. I mean, and what was your favorite song to record?
Let me see. Well, my favorite song on the whole album is Right There Waiting. That's my
I'm sorry,
favorite
my
song
internet is so
ever.
slow.
Oh, did you hear me? Did you hear me? I said my favorite song on the album is Right There Waiting. I love that song. Um, that's my favorite song. I came up with
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the song, the hook changes a bit, and I came up with that. So that's my favorite song. And I enjoyed recording We Are
Okay.
Family. I enjoyed recording We Are Family. And I really enjoyed recording.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God. Oh my God, I'm blanking. I'm blanking. Oh, why do I hear it in my head and I can't think of the name of the song? Keep Me Away From You. I love recording that. I love doing the harmonies on that song.
Uh-huh. Oh, Keep Me Away is one of my favorites. I love it.
Yeah. It's funny. I turned 50 last year and had a 50th birthday party. And my daughters surprised me by singing Right There Waiting to me at my party because they know how special that song is to me. So
Oh wow,
that,
that's so
yeah,
cool.
I was bawling because my daughters grew up. I would play the album for them. And that song, as I had children, the meaning of that song changed for me. And it really connected with me with having my daughters. And,
Mm-hmm.
how could I have known, all along they were right there waiting for me. So that song has a lot of meaning to me. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my
Mm-hmm.
heart.
Yes, so
That's my heart song.
that's so pretty. That's so cool. I mean that yes, that's so cool. I was about to ask you, what do your children think of nobody of you have been in a pop group? What are their thoughts? Did they like the songs?
Well, they love the songs. I would play them, in the car on road trips when we were cleaning the house. So they learned of the songs growing up, and there have been times throughout their lives where we've been out places or whatever, and somebody's been like, "Are you Stacey from Nobody's Angels?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And talk to people, and they at first they're like, "Why are those people staring at you? Why do they want to
Wow.
talk to you?" But as they got older, I think it went from embarrassment to okay, that's pretty cool. Now, when we went to Disney World, and there are certain places in Disney World where they'll play Nobody's Angel songs and everything, then they think it's cool because I'm like a Disney princess to them then.
Yes. Well, you were part of a very important group of the late 90s because the 90s was full of girl groups and
Mm-hmm.
TLC, we had Destiny's Child, we had the Spice Girls, but most of those groups were more R&B oriented, so no pop, which is
Yeah.
great because there are a lot of pop followers out there that love pure pop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I love pop. I I'm a type of person. My playlist is very eclectic. I have every kind of music from country to pop to Broadway to R&B to hip hop. I love all music. But I did we
Hmm.
were a part of the pop era, that big era, that explosion of pop. And there weren't a lot of girl groups that were doing pure pop music. And I think that was our attraction. Also because
Hmm.
our personalities came through. Like you knew who Allie was, you knew who Amy C was, you knew who I was. It came through when you saw us on
Mm-hmm.
stage, when you interacted with us, and we enjoyed what we were doing. Even if we were put together, we still enjoyed what we were doing and embraced pop music, didn't shy it, push it away of, oh, I'm not a true artist. No, this is a great genre of music, and I enjoyed being a small part of the history of the 90s pop, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Well, yeah, and you definitely had the chance to tour with other great pop groups from
Mm-hmm.
that time, including Youngstown, which I know that
Mm-hmm.
Ali got married to one of the groups, one of the members
Mm-hmm.
of the group. So that was great. You got to meet a lot of celebrities. Which one did you like to work the most with?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we did a small tour with Youngstown, and they were cool. They were fine. It was nice to see Allie's and Dallas, their relationship grow and change. I enjoyed when we opened up for Britney Spears. That was a great time for me. Be one, just oh my God, we're opening for Britney Spears. But two, I knew a
Mm-hmm.
lot of her dancers that were on tour. I had worked with. Um, so
Oh.
that was fun. I
Mm.
remember in particular, we opened for Britney Spears, and it was on my birthday, and there was 15,000 people singing "Happy Birthday" to me, and that is something that like I
Oh,
will never forget. Being on stage and
I
all these
bet.
people singing, like so. We have great memories, and just through that, I would have to say that AJ from Backstreet Boys was probably he was so much fun, but he taught me a lot about being a celebrity, even though we were on a smaller scale celebrity than he was. But when we were on tour with him, I learned a lot from him and watching how he interacted with fans, watching the business side of it, because he was trying to
Mm-hmm.
step out on his own. And so I think from a learning curve, being out with AJ was a big thing. And he's such a cool guy. Anyway, I mean, he was so sweet, but learning the business side from him was really cool to do.
Oh, I bet. I mean, the Backstreet Boys are still a legend. So,
Amazing.
and I remember
Amazing.
seeing a video of yes, I remember seeing a video of you guys singing at a red carpet. Don't know which one was it, but the boys of NSYNC were watching you.
Yes, I've seen that one. I wasn't quite sure if their thoughts were, wow, they sound great, or why the hell are they singing on the red carpet?
Well, it happens. I've seen other celebrities singing at red carpet, so
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think
And that
it's.
and
But
that was
yeah,
at the
I seen that
beginning.
video and I
That
love
was at the
their
yeah.
reaction. Like, wow.
Yeah. And that was at the beginning of our career. So if we were trying to prove ourselves and get in front of any camera, anybody that wanted to hear us, to let them know one, that we were a true group, that we could sing. And two, just, hey, give us a shot. We're here.
Yeah, of course. And I was going to ask you, were you always singing live in all your concerts, or because a lot of artists use autotune, but
Hmm.
I'm wondering because there's not a lot of videos out there of you guys performing. But did you guys always sing live?
We sang live, but we sang with a track. Just we sang to the track, just because in an
Oh, okay.
auditorium, filling up that room, with the voices. If it was just us live over screens, you wouldn't really hear anything, and we didn't have a band. So we would sing live. Our mics were live, but we did have a background track, underneath us. And then there were times where the track would
Okay.
drop, and we would do a cappella versions of some songs, or parts of the songs, like the
Mm.
harmonizing and things like that. um we would do a cappella, so it was a little bit of both. And sometimes
Oh,
we needed,
okay.
because of all the dancing that we did, we needed something behind us, because we would be out of breath and be whispering most of our songs if we had to just dance and sing live all the time for a 45-minute hour show.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not a singer and a dancer, but I bet that
Yeah,
it can be very difficult to do both, and especially because you
absolutely.
you guys did big choreographies. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know it can be challenging, but it's great that you guys
Yeah.
always gave your best.
Yes. Yeah. Sarah and I started off doing all the choreography. And then as we got bigger, we had the fabulous Jamie King that came in and did choreography for us. And
Hmm.
he is a taskmaster. He would have us dancing on every single beat. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're like, ah! But he
Yeah,
was
it can be
awesome.
challenging. Oh,
Yes, it
I
can.
bet. And when you guys released, because I have the single here, I have the single of "If You Wanna Dance." Yay!
That's so awesome.
This one. So this one is from, yeah, it's from the U.S.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we didn't use.
do you want to know a funny secret about
Tell
that
me,
picture?
tell me.
That picture, the original picture, Allie didn't like her face, so they took her face from another picture. We all liked our face in that picture. So they took her face from another picture and superimposed it onto that picture.
She photoshopped
Yep.
it. Yeah,
Yep. They photoshopped it in
that's so
so that we
crazy.
all liked
Oh
all
well,
of our faces.
it looks so natural. You can barely tell. If you don't tell me, I wouldn't have noticed.
Yep. Yep. So that was a funny little
That's so cool.
inside tidbit.
And and how was the recording of the video? Because the video is so fun. Was that a set, or did you guys played it on green screen?
No, we were actually on I forgot what lot it is, but there's a lot
Hmm.
where there's this big lake where they shot like the Truman Show when he was like in the water at the end of the movie. They shot that
Oh,
there.
okay.
I think one of Usher's videos were there. So there's this lot with this huge water lake, and they built a platform and did a background, and we were out in the water on that platform. And then our close-up shots, they built these tall thingies for us to stand up on.
Oh yeah.
I had the best time. Now, you have to remember, I went from dancing in the background for music videos with uh, LL Cool J, Prince, Snoop Dogg, to now this is my video and the camera is on me. And some of the male dancers that we had, I got to hire. They were friends of mine that I had danced with in previous videos. So it was an amazing full circle moment for me. I had the best time ever on that video. And I think I look pretty good in it too.
Yeah, you did. You did, and you guys were all, dancing. And I would never believe that was a real place, because sometimes
Yeah.
a lot of videos are done with, the green screen in the back. But
Nope.
that's so
We,
cool.
we were out on that water. It was really cool. And now here's another funny tidbit with
Oh,
the
how fun.
video. Here's another funny tidbit.
Okay.
An executive from Disney came around and would measure our shirts because from the top to the top of the pants, it couldn't be too
Okay.
high, showing too much skin. So they would measure to make sure it's not showing too much skin.
Oh, really? Oh,
Now,
wow.
yeah. Now nowadays, I'm sure that doesn't matter. But back then, Disney still had, certain standards that they wanted, and one of them was you could not have show too much uh, stomach in the video.
Skin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I didn't know that. Well, that was fun. And was there ever a plan to release, because I know that Can't Help Myself was released as a promo single, but
Mm-hmm.
was there a chance for it to be released like officially a second music video?
It was supposed to be released, and we were supposed to have a video for it. And "Keep Me Away from You" was supposed to be the third single, and
Okay.
things happen business wise with whatever
What?
Hollywood Records and Disney decided. And um, before I left the group, we were negotiating for a second album and going on from there. But yeah, so then that happened with the
What?
newer members.
But you guys did record
Oh, you
I'm
dropped
sorry,
out.
it just
Say it again.
got cut a little.
Yeah.
Record. You guys actually recorded new songs for a second album, but you weren't part of that second album.
No, I left before they started doing the second album. Yes, before they had when I left, we were working on the Princess was it Princess Diaries that they did a song for? That was in the works when I left. So I was not part of
Yep.
the second album. It the terms just weren't right for
Oh.
me, and some other things had happened, and it was time for me to leave and move on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Because yeah, you and Amy Sue left the band.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I left, and then Amy Sue left after I did.
Okay. Did you ever regret leaving?
No, I missed the missed performing. I missed the fans. You know, I had a ball during my time during Nobody's Angel, but there were other ethical things that and business things that didn't sit well with me, and so it was time for me to
Okay.
go and try other things. And I
Yeah.
wish the
Yeah.
girls luck, and they did great. Got a second album, and then dispersed from that. But it was kind of cool to be one of the OGs, and people really
Yeah.
recognize and like the OGs of the group. So that makes me feel good that that first step out there is the real Nobody's
Of
Angel.
course. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Things happen for a reason, and
absolutely.
you got to enjoy, like the peak of the group. So that's great.
Yep. Yep, exactly. So I did what, I was supposed to do, and then did what I needed to do to leave.
Well, yeah. Well, you can say that you were in a group and that you recorded an album. So,
Yep.
yep. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. And a lot of fans still remember Nobody's Angel with lots of joy and always saying, "Oh, I wish they would have released more music. I wish they
Oh
would have released
yeah.
another video."
I
Did
mean,
you
I'm not
get?
gonna lie. I wish we would have, been able to stay together, the four of us, and
Mm-hmm.
release more music and done more videos and done some of the things that we had originally planned to do. But you know, the 90s were a time for groups, and you can look at NSYNC and look at Backstreet Boys and all that they went through for their independence and
Mm-hmm.
autonomy. And we had a crappy contract. We didn't know. We were young, we were
Yes.
inexperienced, and we were just excited. But once you start to learn and realize, wait a minute, some things aren't right, I chose to leave unless they were taken care of. And others chose to stay, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's decision was right for them, you know, and that's the way
Yeah.
Hollywood works.
Yeah. Well, I have interviewed other pop singers from that time, and most of them tell me the exact same thing about enough background from adults to help you chose what to do this and do, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but it's when it comes to being so young, it
Mhm.
becomes
Yeah.
much
And,
much
people have said it.
difficult.
Yeah. And people have said it plenty of times. It is called show business. And there is a business. And if you don't know the business side, which when we first started, I did not know, you can get taken advantage of, and you can lose sight of the excitement on being on stage. But what happens off stage, is a lot different. And, sometimes you have to learn the hard way. And there are certain things that, I just wasn't really willing to allow to continue. But I got to enjoy it. I,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
have this period in my life that no one can take away from me. I can be on my deathbed and say I was a pop star. I tell it to my kids sometimes,
Yes.
leave me alone. Don't you know who I am? I'm Stacey from Nobody's Angel. There are people out there who like me, even if you don't. So it was an amazing experience and I truly enjoyed it. I still sing along to some of the songs today, especially with like if I'm cleaning or in the car, like I'm full out doing my harmonizing parts, and everything. So, I'm blessed to have experienced the ups and downs of Nobody's Angel.
Yeah, experience is what gives everything. So that's so cool. And
Absolutely.
when you left Nobody's Angel, were you offered, or did you look for doing solo things, or not?
I did look into doing solo projects, but by then I was kind of like with show business and was kind
Okay.
of lost my passion for things. And I actually ended up, I want to say it was maybe 2 or 3 years later when I moved back home to Virginia. And when
Okay.
I moved back home to Virginia, I met my husband 3 months later. So it was destined to be my time in LA. I'd been there for 10 years. And,
Wow.
it was time for me to leave. And, God was like, you're ready for the next part of your life. So I was like, okay, what will that be? I'll go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a school teacher now, and I've actually had parents over the years who were like, "Oh my God, you're Stacey from Nobody's Angel." And I'm like, "No,
Really? Oh, wow.
yeah." I'm like, "No, I'm Mrs. Bell, your child's first grade teacher." And they're like, "No, this is a video of you." I'm like, that's my past life. Right now, I'm teaching your child how to read. Okay. So that's funny. That's happened a couple of times throughout my teaching career, which is pretty funny.
That's so
Um,
awesome. I would have done
yeah.
that. I would have done that, and I would have told you, please sign
I
my album.
look, it totally like feeds me that like, oh, I'm not the boring teacher. I did have a life, So, but
Oh, that's so cool.
I enjoy being a mom now. I enjoy being a wife. I've been blessed in my life and I'm so happy that I've been able to have a second life, if that makes sense. Um, my
Mm-hmm.
husband knew nothing
Yes.
about Nobody's Angel when we got married, and I had to teach him about it. And still to this day, he still like if somebody comes up to me, he's like, "You like you're just cooking me dinner, really?" Like, yes, I was a
You
pop
never know.
star. I keep telling you that.
We
But it's
all have a
cool.
past.
Exactly. But it's cool to be with somebody that wasn't in that life. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. But I love reminiscing about those days and I just had a really good time. The times on a tour bus. I remember when we first saw our tour bus covered with our pictures, like, oh my God,
Oh.
that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember pulling into truck stops. We love shopping at truck stops. We bought the dumbest stuff, but had so much fun at truck stops. I remember we were headed somewhere on our tour bus and we were in the woods, like in the mountains, and I was dating a boxer at the time, and his fight was on
Okay.
TV, and the TV kept going out. So we pulled over on the side of the mountain so I could watch his boxing fight. And the girls were so scared that the bus was going to fall over. And I was like, I have to see his fight. He's going to call me. And if I didn't see his fight, he's going to be so mad.
Oh.
So, like, things like that. Amy Sue meeting her husband. Like, I was there when they met, I was at the wedding. and Allie, seeing her romance and growth with Dallas, like it was a short time, but so much happened and so many great memories with it that like I will fully cherish.
How long were you in the group?
I want to say, oh, 3, 4 years. I
Okay.
want to say. I think it was about that time. God, there was so much because, like I said, when I started with the group, I was already one of the top dancers in LA. So I was doing videos and movies, and trying to balance it both. And then it came a time where it was, you can't do both. You've got to pick one.
Of
And
course.
I remember I was asked to do the movie Chicago, be a featured dancer in Chicago. And we were recording an album, and I was like, crap, I've got to turn this down and put my faith that this album is going to help, is going to succeed, because I'm turning down jobs in my real life for this group. So yeah, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 years.
Okay. Well, you took the decision and you had great experiences. So
Yes.
that's what matters.
Hmm.
And are you still in contact with the girls like often or
Oh,
not so
absolutely.
much? Or
We're in a Facebook group, so we'll send
oh,
stuff to each
okay.
other. We'll send like a funny clip if we see something, or just like, hey, how y'all doing? Or like, Allie has this weird fascination with, okay, so love Allie to death, but in the group, she had the craziest fashion sense. We would look at her and be like, you can't go out in that. No, I'm sorry. You can't. You just can't. So recently they were talking about how denim was coming back, and
Yeah.
one of our pictures with us all in denim was like, this is the worst fashion that's
Mm.
now come. This bad fashion is now coming back, in the style. And Allie was so excited. I was like, you're the only person that would be happy that our bad fashion is now like being accepted. So that's been the latest thing we've been tagging each other about. But yeah, we talk. We text pretty often.
Okay.
We haven't
Oh,
like
that's
been
cool.
on the phone or FaceTime. I know Amy Sue and I, we talk a
Hmm.
lot and are on the phone a lot, because our friendship has been continuous. And she was a bridesmaid in my wedding, so our
Oh.
friendship has been continuous. But the four of us do, chat through FaceTime. I mean, Facebook and stuff.
Oh, that's great because I've heard of other girl groups that never got along between themselves, and that when the
Yeah.
group just disbanded, they never got to talk to each other again. So that's great that you kept like some kind of sisterhood.
Well, yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. There were years that especially after I left, that
Mm-hmm.
I didn't talk to Allie and Sarah. I did not talk to them when they had gotten new members, and I was hurt by that, and I didn't talk to them for a couple of years, and then we, got back together and hashed things out and talked things through. So we've had our, ups and downs, and four girls together on a bus with different personalities. We had our
Yes.
we had our moments on that tour bus, and I'm not going to sit there and say we were the best of friends and braided each other's hair every night. No, there are times where
No.
we're like, I need my own hotel room this weekend. Like, I need to
Yeah.
get away from you. But we have over the years, and you mature and you look back and you're able to empathize and see other people's point of view in a situation where maybe you were just like, I felt this, I felt that, and you
Mm-hmm.
didn't
Mm-hmm.
see, what the other person was doing. And like I said, people have to make choices that work best for them, and you have to learn to accept that and say, hey, maybe you didn't do what I thought you should do, but you did what you needed to do. So we've definitely grown and matured past that, and wish each
Yeah.
other the best, and so happy at where everyone is with their lives and the things that they're doing.
Yes, definitely. I know that working all girls can be difficult. I mean, working in particular with everybody is difficult. So,
Absolutely.
yes, I get you. Yeah. And
Yeah.
were you ever offered a chance before Nobody's Angel to join another group?
No. Nope. This
No?
was Nobody's
Oh,
Angel was the first group that I ever even thought about joining. I had not had the opportunity or to present it to me for any other kind of group before Nobody's Angel.
oh, because there are other. I think Ali, yes, Ali was going
Hmm.
to be a part of another group called Zoom.
Hmm.
Um, and
Yeah. And I know Allie had
she,
been in the business singing for a while before Nobody's
uh-huh,
Angel. Her brother was a singer. So
yes.
I knew that she had done some other stuff, vocally and stuff like that. But Nobody's Angel was my first singing opportunity.
Oh, that's great. And now, well, it's time to rank the songs. I always
Rank
do
the
this.
songs. Okay.
Rank the songs. Okay, so
All
it's
right.
from 1 to 10. Okay.
1 to 10. Okay.
Okay. If you want to dance,
Okay, wait. Let me do it this way. My number one is Right There Waiting. I know
I
that one.
know, I know.
Number one is Right There Waiting. Now I'm going to go from top to bottom. So number one is Right
Okay,
There Waiting. Number
right there waiting.
two,
Remember,
number,
it's 13 songs. Okay.
okay. So number two would be Keep Me Away From You.
Okay.
Number three would be Sugar Daddy.
Okay.
Number four, number four, probably We Are Family.
Okay.
Number five, Absolutely Maybe.
I love that one. Mm-hmm.
Number six, I Can't Help Myself.
Okay.
Number seven, If You Want to Dance. Number eight, Cherry Crush.
Mm-hmm.
Number nine, what is that? Um,
You are missing Boom Boom. Next stop,
oh, Boom
Heaven.
Boom. Oh, next up. Oh God, no! Now I gotta change it. Oh,
See why I
next
told
up.
you to rank them.
Yeah, next up, Heaven would be number seven. Boom Boom would be
Okay.
number eight. Yeah.
Okay.
Cherry
Um.
Quest would be number nine, and then If You Want to Dance would be number 10.
Okay. You are still missing Nobody.
Oh God, I forgot about
Um.
Nobody. Jeez. No,
Ooh la la
I would
la.
put that Nobody at number 11. Okay.
Okay. Ooh la la
And
la.
Ooh La La La, number 12. Yep.
And I'm actually shocked that you're leaving Wishing on You.
Wishing on You. Yeah. I put that.
Be-
Yeah, that would be my last one.
Oh, because that's
Yeah.
so cool. And I think you're missing.
Am I missing
Uh,
something?
I, I nobody. I can help myself. I think you
Oh
missed
no,
that
I
one.
put that. I think that I said number 5 or 6 for I Can't Help Myself. Yeah. I had that
Then
up
yeah.
in my up at top. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess it would be yeah. I think you
Yeah.
mentioned them all, huh?
Yeah.
And from 1 to 10, how would you rank the album?
Oh, the album's number one. I mean, the album is awesome.
Yeah.
I love the
No,
album.
no, but from one being, least, 10 being
Oh,
what? Oh,
10 being the
okay.
highest. Oh, yeah.
The
I would
highest, yeah.
definitely say it's a 9.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
definitely
I
a
agree.
9
I agree.
for
And were
sure.
there? Did you guys have other songs that weren't put on the album?
Oh, that's a good question. If we did, I can't remember. Oh, I don't remember if we did or not. God, I do not remember if we had more songs. Wow, that's a good question. Now I have all the
Well,
original. I have some of the tapes of us from our original recordings. I have some of that.
okay.
I have some of the negatives from our pictures from our photo sheets from the album covers and press releases, things like that. But I do not remember if we did more songs and they didn't make the album. I don't remember. You know who will remember that is Allie. She remembered every freaking thing. She would remember that. She probably remember the names of the songs and can sing them for you. She has an amazing memory,
Oh,
but
I
I
think
don't
she did
remember.
tell me. I think she told me about some of them. I'm not
Okay.
really. I don't really remember because we
Mm-hmm.
talked about these songs from the unreleased second album. But
Got it.
yeah. So a lot of your songs were featured in movies like Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
102 Dalmatians, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
The Princess Diaries,
Parent Trap.
and Parent Trap. Yeah, let's get
Yep.
together. Yeah, yeah. I
Yep.
love that song.
Yeah. That was cool because we actually got to go to the premiere of the movie. Well, we went to the premiere of Pokemon and performed at the premiere of Pokemon. And we went to the premiere of Parent Trap. I wasn't on the one for Princess Diaries, but I believe that they went to the premiere for that. I'm not sure, but I remember going to the premiere of the Parent Trap and meeting Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid, and because she was like, I told him he had to do this movie because she loved that song, Let's Get Together,
Oh,
from the original movie. And she had to sing it to him so, at the premiere. So that was pretty cool.
oh, that's so cool. Oh
Hmm.
yes, fond memories for sure.
Yeah, more.
I remember seeing. I think it was from the Pokemon movie. You guys were performing with Youngstown,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
Ali was wearing this
Pokemon
Pikachu.
backpack. Yes. Oh, I tell you about her fashion choices. I
Yeah,
told you
now I see.
sometimes we were like, come on, girl. Yeah, because our song for Pokemon was with Youngstown. So we performed at the movie premiere for that Pokemon movie.
Yeah, so I guess it was that one because I remember seeing the bag and I'm like, why is she wearing that?
Because it's Allie.
Well,
It's
you see,
Allie.
you see how now she dresses up for the children. So yeah, you can tell a lot
Hmm.
for that from that. So yeah.
Yep.
Oh yes, somebody here is bringing up when you guys were in Boy Meets World.
Hmm.
Um,
Yep. That's the thing we
yeah.
most get. I
How was
mostly get
that
recognized
experience?
for.
Because you guys got to perform.
Yeah, that was amazing. So
Mm,
we had actually, one of the things that didn't come to fruition, was we were supposed to be do a TV show for ABC.
mm-hmm.
And the reason why we did Boy Meets World was for ABC to see,
Yes.
all right, can these girls act? Could they, hold their own in a show? And it was going to spin off from Boy Meets World, from our appearance on there. Um, had a
Oh.
great time on that
Mm-hmm.
set. Everybody was so welcoming. I have a script. I have the script from that set with all the actors had signed the script. It's framed in my house. Um, but that was an amazing time. Like that, we had a lot of fun on that set. So it was really cool, and everybody really welcomed us. And sorry that it didn't move forward like it was supposed to, but it was a great time.
Yeah.
It was really fun. It
Shame.
was
A
yeah, it
shame.
was it was fun.
Hmm. Because it would have been like, I don't know if you remember, in late 90s, as Club 7 had their own show where
Yep.
they were, playing themselves. So it would have been
Yep.
something very similar
Something
with you
like that.
girls.
It was supposed to be, yeah, follow through of us leaving the truck stop with Sarah and ABC's dad was at, and moving out to start our dream as a band. And that's what the TV show was supposed to move forward as. And it just fizzled out, didn't happen. But that
Oh,
would have been really
dang.
cool. But then you see all
Yeah.
these things of like, what was that other Disney group? Oh my God, my daughters grew up on them. Three boys, and they had their own TV show, and they were a singing group. Um, Big Time Rush.
Three boys.
So, and
Oh, big
Big
thing. Yeah.
Time Rush,
Mm.
when they, how they had their TV show and then the albums, like we kind of, that's where we were supposed to be, headed to do something of that sort. But this didn't work out. God had other
Well,
plans.
shame. But well, now we can see that episode. Thankfully, that episode is
Yes,
on YouTube
all the
because
time.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing that show here in Mexico. But anyway,
Oh,
I
really?
do remember one time when I was watching this Bruce Willis movie. I can't remember the name of the movie because I know it in Spanish, but I don't know it in English. When he's supposed to be like a superhero. It's from the 90s, and because he can lift like a lot of weight, and he's the only one who survives a train crash.
Huh. I don't know that movie.
Well, there's a part when can't really recall where, but I do remember that he enters the room of a teenager and she has a poster of Nobody's Angel, and I'm like, oh my god, I know that group. I didn't.
Really?
Unbreakable, Unbreakable.
Oh, right.
That's the movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know the movie. I've never seen it. And I didn't know our poster was in it. How cool is
Yeah,
that?
yeah. That was what I actually loved the most about that movie because I was like, oh my god, there's Nobody's Angel.
Okay, I gotta rent that movie now. I gotta go on Netflix and see if it's on there. Just
Yeah.
scroll to that part.
See, you can always learn something.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, you should check that part because I do remember being like, "That's Nobody's Angel." So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to do
Now,
that.
here we have some fans watching. We have Team. Hi, Mariel and Stacy. Emma Diaz says that she loves the clothing of your band. So
Okay.
that's great.
Yeah.
Um, what can I see them? Comments. Here it is. Um, I miss Nobody's Angel, says Levy Harden. You
Aw,
guys were the best. Um, will
thank
Nobody's Angel
you.
ever have a reunion someday?
Yeah, we talked about that. We try to get our schedule together, try to figure out where would be the best place to have it, and so it's something that we want to do. We just have to see if we can make it work.
Let's hope. We would love to
Yeah.
see new versions of these songs.
And the songs,
You
I
know,
know that would be really cool. I don't
yeah,
know about all
like
that dance. I don't know about all that dancing anymore, but
yeah, the songs for sure with a different kind of beat. More
yeah,
2024. Yeah, that would be so cool.
yeah, that would be cool to upgrade the songs.
Hello from Canada and bring back the 90s art society. Oh yeah, they're followers from my my side. Yeah, we have here people from Brazil, from the US.
Wow.
Um,
Hi.
yes, bring them back. Yes, we already talked about that they wanted to have their TV show.
Yeah.
Um, I have other question here on my Instagram because I told people to leave me their
Okay.
questions. Um, is from Christine. What
Mhm.
was your favorite Nobody's Angel song to perform live?
Well, I loved Right There Waiting, but
Mm-hmm.
Boom Boom was fun to perform live. People really like Boom Boom. Um,
Okay.
and was that Boom Boom? There was one part in Boom Boom where I say, oh, I think Allie said, so Allie loved Agatha Spartacus from what's the movie from the Birdcage? The maid from the Birdcage. So
Oh yeah.
her name was Atticus Spark. I told you, Allie, weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
and I guess there's this move that he would do called the washing machine. So she put it in our song and Boom Boom, like, do the washing machine, watch me get down, watch me get down. So every time she did that part on stage, I was like, oh, it just made me laugh. So I enjoyed performing that just for her to do that part so I could laugh at her. Because
Oh, okay. That's so
she
fun.
really liked to do the washing machine.
Well, you guys had a lot of fun together, so that's great.
Yes. Yes.
Um, favorite memory from taping the Boy Meets World episode?
Favorite memory from that? Um, hmm. I just remember everybody just being really nice to us, very
Mm-hmm.
welcoming, not annoyed that we were kind of, jumping in on their show and making, the episode about us. But I I just remember everybody just being really, really nice and supportive. And we just had a really good time with the cast and hanging out in between
Mm-hmm.
takes and stuff. So I remember that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Would you guys, if you guys get together, would release new music or only re-recording of your old songs?
I think if we got back together, we'd probably do a little bit of both. Pick, a couple of songs that we would like to re-record, and then do some
Mm-hmm.
new stuff. I know Amy C does some writing. I do some writing, so I think we would definitely want to do some new material as well, for sure.
That would be cool. Like something more, more
More
modern,
modern,
but
yeah.
yeah. Um. Oh yeah, because if you would release new music, like NSYNC just recently did, because they released a new song for a movie. I think it's for
Hmm.
the Trolls movie.
Yeah.
Best memory from your time in the group.
Best memory from my time in the group. Oh, it's gotta be making the video. Like, we just had so much fun making the video, but then also, like, we had a lot of fun on the tour bus. Like,
Mm,
we had a lot of fun on the tour bus. We decorated the walls where our bed was. With each of our beds, we decorated the walls, and we really had a lot of fun on that tour bus. So I think that the tour bus would probably be my best memories. We got to meet, just being in the band, meet so many people.
yeah.
Um, but I say just our time bonding on a tour bus would be probably my best memories. Oh,
And did
and
you
the
get to
people
tour?
singing. Sorry, and the
Oh,
people, 15,000 people singing "Happy Birthday" to me. Like, that
oh,
was that was
yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah.
What did you guys only perform in the U.S. or did you perform elsewhere?
No, we just performed in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
would be. It would have been great to see you here because we're
I
neighboring
know, that'd have
countries.
been
But
cool. Yeah.
um, favorite artists you girls perform with?
Um, we loved opening up for Britney, but I'm gonna say AJ from Backstreet Boys. That was fun, touring and performing with him. So he would for sure be my favorite artist that we worked with. He was
Um,
really cool.
well,
Yeah.
and was Brittany cool with you guys too?
Oh yeah, she was. I mean, we hung out with her, during downtime before her sound check. I remember, I don't know where we were, but it was like the stage was outside and there was like a field beside it. And we were all doing cartwheels and splits and stuff, like with her. Um, so yeah, and she would, if she had parties and stuff on tour, we would go, and so we hung out with her a lot when we were on tour with her. She was really cool.
Yeah. And fun fact: I don't know if you have read Britney's memoir.
I haven't. I bought it, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay, because there's a part where she mentions that she was offered the part of Roxy Hart in Chicago. So, and you told me that you were
Really?
offered this part of, dancing
Yeah,
for the movie. So you guys would have,
that'd
connected
have been
there.
cool. Yeah, that'd have been cool.
Yeah, you should read it. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's
I have
really
it. I have
interesting.
it. It's like literally on my bedside on my nightstand, but I'm finishing another book first, so and then I'll get to it.
Yeah. But yeah, she mentions that, and when you mentioned that, I was like, "Oh yeah, Brittany said that she was going to be part of Chicago." But,
Oh, that's
you know,
cool.
things happen.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Um their music video brings back so many memories when Disney Channel was so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I used to
One
play
thing I
videos
liked
and stuff.
about yeah, one thing I liked about Nobody's Angels is that they always looked so happy.
Yeah, I told you our personalities came through. I mean, we had a good time. Even in, I'll tell you one bad situation, but we still had a good time in. When we did a show in Utah. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a signing in Utah, and we were sitting at the table, and We were each sitting in a spot so that we could sign autographs. And, the
Mm-hmm.
parts in Utah that can be pretty racist. And this happened to be a
Yeah.
part. And nobody would stop at my table. They stopped at the other three girls' tables to get autograph. And no one stopped at my table. I knew it was going to happen. It was fine. It's part of being, the only black girl in a group. It happens. It was fine. But when the girls noticed it, they stopped signing autographs and decided that, we're not going to sign anything. If you don't get all four of us, you're not going to get any of our autographs. And
Mm-hmm.
it was like the first time that the people around us that surrounded us, management, bodyguards, record studios, had ever seen us like put our foot down. And like, they're always so happy. Why aren't they happy today? And it was
No,
like,
I mean
yeah,
that's
this was the one
completely.
time where, yeah, we're not going to be happy. Like, this is not how it's supposed to be. So it was just
No,
funny that you
of
said
course.
that, because I remember a record executive saying, they're always happy. Why aren't they happy? They need to be happy.
Well, wait, well, obviously, I would have done the same. I mean, because
Yeah.
that's so horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
But
can't
we
believe
were
it.
happy. We all enjoyed performing. That's the one thing we had in common. We all enjoyed being on that stage and performing. And every performance we did, everybody gave 120%. Like, no matter what was going on backstage, whether we were mad at each other, whether, things were going on, whatever, when we touched that stage, it just took us over, washed away everything, and we had an amazing time performing for
Yeah.
people. We all enjoyed it.
Oh, great time, Stacy. uh, Tim is asking, what was it like doing 2 hour tour for the Disney Channel? I didn't do
2 hour
that.
tour. That was pretty cool when we got to pick a band to open for us. That was pretty awesome. Well, and one, because we were in Disney World, which, if you are a Disney artist and then you go to Disney World, you are treated like as if you were Mickey and Minnie Mouse. It's amazing to
Yeah.
be there. But to be able to give somebody else the chance that we got was really fun. And to teach them, by that time we had been on the road, we kind of knew the business by then, so to give them pointers and, hey, this what works for me, this didn't work, here's what I learned, here's what you should do, here's what you shouldn't do. That was fun to kind of be the masters of our craft at that time and help somebody else out and perform for
Oh,
what we like to call our home crowd, since it was Orlando and we were Disney girls. It was always cool to be in Orlando and perform. Those crowds were always amazing for us.
oh, that's great. He says, I think you picked Amanda for the Nobody's Angel 2 hour tour
Mm-hmm.
episode.
Yes,
Amanda, do
that's
you
what we picked.
remember? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. She was a really
Yeah.
cool girl.
I interviewed her 2 years ago, and she's so
Oh, you
great.
did? Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, she was really
Yeah,
good.
she's.
It was funny. We had a group of guys that followed us around, and they came up
Mm-hmm.
with a name for themselves. They were called Time for Play. And they would come to all
Okay.
of our shows. It was like 4 or 5 guys. They would come to all of our shows, and they ended up being popular among our fans. So they started to get fans from
From
being
your
fans,
fans.
from our fans, and they made like a little VHS video that they sent to us, and we're like, it was the cutest thing. Oh my
You
God, they were so funny. They were just like, we want to thank you for helping us, become who we are today. It was just like,
That's so
oh my
funny.
God, it
Yes.
was so funny. They were so funny. Yeah.
You never know what fans can do. So yeah.
No, you don't. And like, I would have fans. I collect Black Angels, so I would have fans that would bring me a Black Angel to the show, which would be
Oh.
so. I still have some of them, which would be so amazing. Like, our fans were really supportive and just genuinely amazing people. Just really, really cool people to meet from all over, and just so supportive and just so sweet.
Well, just so you know, you have fans from all over the world
Oh
because
my God,
even though
that's
you
still so
guys,
amazing.
yeah, even though you guys didn't tour in other countries,
Yeah.
somehow your music
Yes.
got to our hands, which is great.
That is so, I mean, even my daughter, my youngest today was like, we have an interview for what? And I'm like, yeah, people still like me. Ah,
Yeah,
get it?
just so you know,
Just so
darling.
you know.
uh, Lucas from Brazil, who is a friend of mine, he says she was a dancer in Brandy's Cinderella. How
Yes.
iconic was that? She knew back then how big the movie would be to the black community.
For me, being a black girl, being on that set, so first and foremost, even before Nobody's Angel, I'm a huge Disney person. Like, even to this
Mm-hmm.
day, I'm a huge Disney person. My children have been forced to be Disney people. So to be a part of something with the first black, Disney princess was amazing. To be in that cast and see, you know, the king was white, the queen was black, the prince was Filipino. I think it's Filipino. I'm not
I
quite
know.
sure, but the
I know this.
diversity of that cast
Uh-huh.
was amazing, and to be a part of that um, was great. I had a really, it was really good. I didn't get a chance to meet Whitney Houston. I wish I could have. But she always had a
Uh-huh.
closed set when she worked. But I got to meet Whoopi Goldberg. She was hilarious. She was wearing over
Oh.
$2 million worth of jewelry, and she had bodyguards, and she would hide among the dancers to hide from the bodyguards to freak them out. She was, she was hilarious.
Oh
Um,
yeah, she's so fun.
and I didn't know how that movie would be received, to be honest. I didn't know if people would still believe in the magic of Cinderella, even with her having, a different skin tone and everything. So the success of that movie, even to this day, um, I could have never predicted it, but I'm so proud and so happy that I got to be a part of it. And that was one of
Yeah.
the first thing on screen things of mine that my daughters saw. And so they got to
Oh.
see mommy being part. Once they realized that first time my youngest saw it, we were watching it. She kept looking at the TV. She looked at me. She looked at the TV and she started crying. And I said, "What's wrong?" And she
Oh.
says, "Stop jumping in the TV, mommy. Stop jumping in the TV." She didn't get it then. But as they got older,
Oh.
to see that, their mom got to be part of, this black princess is pretty amazing and
That's
iconic.
so cute. That's so cute. Oh, seeing your
Yeah.
daughter, seeing you. That's so fun.
Yes.
Uh, did you know that Hollywood Records boy band Youngstown did a Disney Channel in concert special with British pop group called Steps? Um,
No.
I don't know what. Uh,
No, I
do
didn't
you remember
know.
Steps? uh,
No.
uh, Lucas says, Boy Meets World was my favorite show as a kid. It was amazing to see you guys there. Sending all my love from Brazil.
Oh, thank you, Brazil. Thank you, Lucas.
Yes, thank you, Lucas. And thanks for everybody here. I have other questions, the ones that I always ask all of my guests.
Okay.
So some of them might seem like a little tough, and some can be answered really quick. So,
Okay.
um, your favorite female singer?
My favorite female singer?
Yeah.
Um, God, I'm gonna have to say Beyonce.
Okay.
Yes.
Favorite male singer?
My favorite. Oh my God, that's so tough. But
I
this is
told
gonna
you.
sound really weird. Um, Elvis. He's so sexy.
Elvis. Well, he was the king, darling.
I
So
mean,
yes,
yes. So I'm gonna have to say Elvis.
Elvis. Okay. Favorite girl group besides Nobody's Angel?
Ah, lies.
Yeah.
No. um. Wow. Favorite girl, Destiny's Child.
Great.
Yep.
Love them. Uh, Favorite boy band?
Backstreet Boys.
Okay, easy. That was easy. Okay, the
Easy.
next one is always difficult. Some answer it like this and some take a while.
Okay.
You are going to be alone in an island and you can only take 5 albums with you.
Okay.
Which ones would you take?
Nobody's Angel, because I know that
Okay.
one. I know that by heart.
Yeah.
uh, Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way album.
Oh, Millennium. Yeah.
Millennium, yes, Millennium. Um, Kenny Rogers album that has The Gambler on it. It's an
Okay. Kenny
old
Rogers.
album. Yes, Kenny Rogers album. I
Okay.
know that's old.
Okay.
Michael Jackson Greatest Hits.
Yes, of
A
course.
Greatest Hits. A Michael Jackson Greatest Hits. And a Christmas Greatest Hits album because I love Christmas. So an
Okay.
album that has all like the popular Christmas songs. Those would be my 5.
Oh well, you didn't took so long. So you,
Yay!
yay. Some are like, why are you doing this to me? It's so hard. So yeah,
Those would
this
be
is so
my
cool.
5.
Okay, thank you, Stacey. And well, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for saying yes
Oh,
from the
thank
very moment that
you.
I texted you. You were so sweet.
No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you to those who sent in questions. Please, you can follow me on Instagram. My life is pretty boring, but you're welcome to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. But I appreciate, all the love. I appreciate all the support with Nobody's Angel. And, I'm glad that you guys enjoy our music as much as we do.
Yes, you are still remembered, and we love you so much. Nobody's angels. We love you, Stacy. And
Thank you.
thank you again, once again, for being here in my show. Um, and hopefully, we can see a Nobody's Angel reunion. Maybe.
Hopefully, never say never.
Absolutely, absolutely, maybe. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. It was so nice meeting you. Thank you for having me.
And thanks everybody for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. We will be seeing you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.